Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So picture this, a city where ancient temples cast their shadows on gleaming brand new skyscrapers, where colonial history isn't just in a museum, it's living right next door to a super fast-paced digital future. That city is Colombo, Sri Lanka's capital, and it's a place built on the most fascinating contrasts.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Can a city truly be ancient and brand new all at once? Well, Colombo's answer is a definite yes. So let's dive in and see exactly how it pulls off this incredible balancing act.
Okay, so Colombo. It's located in Sri Lanka's western province, and yeah, it's the nation's commercial capital, but it's so much more than that. It's really the heart of the country's identity. And that identity is all about this unique, amazing fusion of colonial heritage and this restless, modern, dynamic energy. To really get a feel for Colombo, you have to start with its past. So let's go back. Let's listen for those echoes of history and try to uncover the city's ancient soul. A couple of places in particular really anchor you to Colombo's past. You've got the Gangaramaya temple, which is one of the most important Buddhist sites in the city. But what's really amazing is its architecture. It's this incredible mashup of Sri Lankan, Thai, Indian, and Chinese styles all in one place. And then there's the National Museum, which is less like a building and more like a time capsule, you know? It's filled with artifacts that tell the story of the entire nation's history. But here's the thing. Colombo is definitely not stuck in the past. You just have to step away from those historic sites, and bam, you're caught right in the pulse of modernity. It's like the city has this whole other personality, one that's driven by this thriving contemporary beat.
And what does that modern beat look like? Well, we're talking about a skyline that's always reaching higher, with these sleek, futuristic skyscrapers right next to huge high-end shopping malls. It's a city that buzzes with business all day, and then just comes alive with this incredible cosmopolitan energy at night. So here's the really crucial point. How do these two totally different worlds, the ancient and the super modern, actually come together? See, it's not just that they exist in the same place. They actively merge and fuse to create something that's completely new. This is the central personality of Colombo, right here. On one street, you can find ancient temples and these old colonial-era buildings, just steeped in rich history. And then, on the very next block, you're surrounded by gleaming skyscrapers and all the energy of modern commerce. The city doesn't make you choose between them. It presents both, side by side. You know, probably the best way to describe the feeling of being there is as a perfect blend. The experience isn't just about seeing history or modernity by themselves. It's about how the city weaves them all together. The cultural landmarks, the lively markets, the dynamic nightlife, to create one single, unforgettable picture. So, how would you actually experience this fusion for yourself? Well, first, you've got to taste the city's history through its street food, things like hoppers or kodu roti. Then you absolutely have to dive into the bustling energy of Peta Market to hunt for everything from spices to textiles. And the best way to see it all? You got to take a tuk-tuk tour. It just zips you between the old and the new for that truly authentic feel. And while you're picturing that tuk-tuk ride, let's get practical for just a second. The first number to know is 32 kilometers. That's the distance from the main international airport right to the city center, which makes getting there pretty straightforward. Okay, so since we're talking logistics, let's zoom out a bit and look at some of the key things you'll need to know to shape your own Colombo experience, starting with how to get there. Getting to Colombo is actually pretty simple. Most international travelers will fly into Modernity Airport. From there, or from anywhere else in Sri Lanka, the city is really well connected by the national highway system. But honestly, if you want a truly memorable journey, you should think about arriving by train. Colombo Fort is the country's central railway hub, and it offers some incredibly scenic routes from just about every part of the island. Ultimately, Colombo is a city that is absolutely defined by its incredible contrasts. Which leaves us with a final question to think about. If you were to visit, which side would you explore first? Its ancient soul or its modern pulse?